Hello everyone, welcome back to the Beacon Hill broadcast. We're back again just to give a roundup of the things happening around school and the things that are due to happen. First of all, I'd like to say a big well done to all the Year 11s that have completed their mocks over the past 2 weeks. We're getting praise all around the school. I just think it's a step closer to the real thing and then getting out of there and going on to college, etc. I'd like to remind all Year 11s that there's a virtual parents' evening happening on the Thursday, 9th of December. If your parents are interested in speaking to your teachers and talking about your subjects, then be sure to be booking in with your teachers in the next week or so. Also, if you've seen some strange beards or moustaches that are growing around on the teachers' faces or even the students' faces, then it's totally normal, and we're actually praising those because they're taking part in an annual event called Movember. It's where men grow moustaches or beards to raise awareness for men's health issues or mental health issues, such as men's cancer and men's suicide.
The Business Enterprise Club are presenting their 13-day Christmas raffle. Tickets are being bought during form times and there are great prizes up for grabs, one being a £30 Amazon voucher. It's 25p per ticket or £1 for 5 tickets. Year 7s and 8s are also fortunate enough for a movie night on the 14th of December. Snacks will be available on the night, but you can bring your own snacks and blankets as well. Tickets bought before the 1st of December will be £1.50 and tickets after will be £2. This is thanks to, again, the Young Business Enterprise Group. Currently, we are accepting food bank donations for our local food bank. Winter approaching means that it's cold and harmful for those vulnerable on the streets, so Beacon Hill Academy would like to do their part this Christmas. You'll find food bank boxes throughout the form rooms and in the foyer, and you'll be able to donate tinned goods. On Thursday, the 11th of November, Beacon Hill dedicated time to remembering those heroes that fought for our country. At the Woodsetter Memorial, Mr Warburton hosted a live assembly remembering those in battle and telling their stories. On the evening at Dudley College, I got the opportunity to read the poem 1914 by Philip Larkin.
Mr Warburton is a new face around the school. A lot of you might know him as the head of history. Me and Erin got to speak to him this week just to get to know him that little bit better.
Hi.
Hello.
First of all, how are you finding the atmosphere at Beacon Hill Academy?
I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the atmosphere. The students and the learners have been absolutely brilliant to me since I've started. Staff as well have been really friendly, and the atmosphere has been really great. Challenging, just like all schools, but really enjoyed it so far. Thank you.
Did you work in the trust before, or are you new to the trust altogether?
So I was new to the trust in June. I worked at a school in Telford before. I was head of history at my previous school. It was a trust, there was 3 or 4 schools within the trust, but I only worked at the one school, whereas now obviously I'm across the trust, yeah.
On about history, what made you pick history as your major to be a history teacher? What interested you really?
So history really kind of grabbed me when I went into sixth form. I really enjoyed the topics that I did in sixth form. I always found it really interesting whilst at GCSE and lower down the school, but once I went to sixth form and kind of built on some really specific topics, like we did some British politics, we did some world and European history, that's what really grabbed me. So I really enjoyed history when I got into sixth form, and the teacher really inspired me. Really, the teacher I had was an amazing teacher, so that kind of inspired me to go on and be a history teacher.
So as both of us are leaving school soon, a lot of people are telling us, oh, these will be the best days of your life. But as a teacher, you've obviously come back into this environment, so are there any memories or stories from your time at school that stand out?
Yeah, there's a couple really. I think first of all from school you need to take your friendships with you. I'm still really good friends with a lot of my school friends, still play football with them on Sunday morning, so still really good friends with them. The one thing that stands out for me is, as I just mentioned, I love my football, so I played for the school football team and we actually won the National Cup when I was 13 years old, so we won the school's competition across the country, and that was a really major highlight for me. Really enjoyed it, and just generally being within a school environment. You know, my friends, I had a fantastic experience at my school and my education. So just enjoy being with your friends and enjoy the learning atmosphere that you're in. Really.
What football team do you support?
I support Wolves,
Oh.
which I know might be hitting this for some people.
Fun.
Oh God, sorry.
So, obviously we spoke about you being a teacher and being back in the school environment, but when you was growing up, was there any other careers that interested you or maybe took away your focus from teaching?
Well, we spoke about football, didn't we? Just like many young lads would have loved being a footballer, so obviously that never worked out. I think deep down, for me, I always knew teaching was the right thing for me. Before I actually came into teaching, I did work a little bit in a finance company, in a couple of companies, and it just wasn't right. The atmosphere and the office environment wasn't right for me. And then did some work experience in a school and absolutely loved it. So I always think I knew deep down history kind of was the right thing for me ever since that teacher during my sixth form lessons was so brilliant. So teaching was always the thing for me, but I did give other things a go before joining for a couple of years.
As half term's coming up soon, how will you be spending Christmas?
I think probably just like many people with family and friends, it's a good time just to relax and try and forget about work and school for a couple of weeks. My family are coming round on Christmas Day. My daughter is now 16 months, so it's the first kind of Christmas that she'll be kind of a bit more aware of what's going on, so it'd be great to spend some time with her. But mainly just family and friends and just having a drink and eating lots of lovely food as well.
And we've all had really special Christmas presents in the past, but has there been one that stood out to you?
Yeah, I think the one that really stands out to me is when I was 8 or 9 and I was bought a bike, and I can still picture it to this day, walking into my living room at my mum and dad's house, and there was this big red bike next to the chimney breast in the corner. So that moment of walking in, I can really still picture in my mind really vividly. So that one bike was really special at the time to me.
Thank you for your time today.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem, thank you very much,
Thank you
girls.
for watching. We hope you have a great weekend and we'll see you next time.